Welcome back to another episode of How I Cook. I'm Stephen and Frederick. A few weeks ago, I needed some limes for something I can't remember. And when you go to the supermarket, or at least when I go to the supermarket, I look at the price of a lime or 2 limes, and then I look at the price of a bag of limes, and I think, oh, the bag of limes are more economical. I'm going to get them and I'm going to use them. I never use them. So this episode is the lime episode. I have 4 limes here, but I had a ton more limes. I've already juiced a lot of them for what we're going to be doing. So this is to let you see what you could do when you have a ton of limes around, or you can intentionally buy limes for each one of these. So let's start with the cocktail. I have a shaker here with ice in it. I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime. These are regular limes. They're small, but no, they are not key limes. Squeezing in the juice of 1 lime. I also have this tool to get more of the juice out. That helps, great. I'm then putting in some vodka. What is that? Half a cup, 4 ounces, who knows? And then finally, this is simple syrup. What simple syrup is equal parts of sugar and water. I put 3 tablespoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of water, microwaved it for 2 minutes, it boiled, and it's now a syrup. I am not going to be putting the full amount in here, but we'll put just a little bit, because while we want the lime flavor, we want to cut the tartness a little. And that's it. Lime juice, vodka, simple syrup. Let's shake. Nice and cold. Here we go, we're having it up. So in a martini glass. Now, gin and lime is a gimlet. So I guess you could call this a vodka gimlet. Let's give her a taste. That's so good. All right, recipe done. I'm going to clear this away and we're going to move on to the next recipe. Welcome back. Still drinking my vodka gimlet. I'm going to put it over here while we do our next recipe. Next recipe is a no-bake lime pie. Not a key lime pie. Remember, these are just limes. Doesn't make that much of a difference. In a bowl, 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. It's really thick, there's a lot of sugar. This is not evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk. There's no need to add sugar, it's all in here. And then a half cup of lime juice. This is almost a half cup. And then we're going to add the juice of 2 more limes. Like I said, I was juicing a lot of limes before we started filming. And now we're just going to mix those 3 ingredients together. Scrape everything down, mix it some more. We want to get some air in there. So once I get everything scraped down, I'm going to mix it on high for 2 more minutes. Here we go. It's been whipped up, it's thickened up nicely. We have a prepared graham cracker crust. And all we do is we transfer the filling into the crust. Gonna shake it down a little or smooth it around a little. Smells great. If you love lime, you're gonna love this. Okay, there we have it. Ready to go into the refrigerator. It's no bake. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for a few hours. I'll be back in a little. Okay, so we have the cocktail, we have the pie. Next, we're going to do chicken wings. I bought some chicken wings. This is a pound because there's only 2 of us. This recipe, the marinade is good up to 3 pounds. What I did was I put the chicken wings in a bowl. I tossed in a tablespoon of kosher salt and a tablespoon of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. This will make sure they're very crispy when we bake them. That's been sitting between half hour and an hour. Next, we're gonna make marinade to go over the wings. Here's a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Where does the lime come in? The juice of 3 limes. Some onion powder. Let's say around a tablespoon of onion powder. Oops! A tablespoon of garlic powder. Oh, that's more than a tablespoon. I like garlic. Some paprika. And some black pepper. We're not putting any salt because I put a lot of salt, or a tablespoon of salt there. And what do? I simply put this over the wings. I'm going to go in there with my hands and make sure it is all over the chicken wings, which it is. And this is going to sit for between half hour and an hour. Okay, the next recipe. We're going to make ramen noodles. What? Now we're just going to use these in the recipe. I have a pot of boiling water over here. I'm putting the 2 packs of ramen noodles in the water. They take around 3 minutes to boil. The packets, throw them away. We're not using them. While the noodles cook, we'll flip them over, make sure they get wet. We're going to make a sauce. The sauce is going to be 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 cloves of garlic, juice of 2 limes. That's where the lime comes in. Around a tablespoon of soy sauce, between a tablespoon and 2. A tablespoon of honey. A tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, lots of sweet. And then to offset the sweet, some sriracha. So I have a tablespoon of sriracha. So this is going to make the sauce. Want to make sure this all gets mixed together nicely. I have some green onions. I need 2 green onions. Slicing them down. And then I have a small can of mushroom pieces. I didn't want to go through the trouble of cutting mushrooms and sauteing them and all, so I'm just using canned. If you don't like mushrooms, don't use mushrooms. Okay, the noodles are almost done. I have 12 shrimp here, deveined, peeled. These will not take long to cook at all. Let them sit for just a little, flip them over. Okay, I'm turning the heat off, taking these off the heat. Let them just sit. I'm going to drain the noodles. So I have the drained noodles here. I'm going to divide them between 2 bowls. So we have the noodles in the 2 bowls, 6 shrimp per. You can always do more. Add the sauce. Add some green onions. I really like green onion. Add some mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Whoops. And then add some sesame seeds. How quick was that? And better than just ramen out of the pack with those seasoning packets. And we used up more of our lime. Okay, we're going to enjoy this, then come back and we'll go back to the wings. So we're ready to cook the wings. They've been sitting in the marinade for like 45 minutes. I have a baking rack here, a cookie sheet, and I put a rack on it. I'm going to spray the rack. And then I'm going to put the wings on the rack. The oven has been preheating to 425 degrees. It is preheated now. The wings all on one baking sheet. They're going to go in the oven 425 degrees for 50 minutes. I'll see you in around 45 minutes and we're going to make a glaze. So we're in the home stretch. The wings have been in the oven for around 45 minutes. They're coming along nicely. We're going to make a glaze for the wings now. Very simple. 4 tablespoons of butter. Remember, the theme is lime. Juice of 2 limes. 1 tablespoon of sriracha. And 2 tablespoons of honey. So we have spicy and sweet. Just like me. I'll turn this up to medium. All this will melt together, thicken a little. Then we will take our wings out and pour this over the wings. So the sauce looks pretty much done. I still have it on the flame. We'll take out the wings. Look at how beautiful they are. I'm going to put the wings in a clean bowl. Gonna take the glaze, pour it over all the wings. Use my tongs to toss the wings. This smells fabulous. The wings, the lime pie, the noodles with the shrimp, and the cocktail. All things you can use lime with. Now remember, this isn't necessarily the right way, not the way you should do it, but this is how I cook. Thanks for watching. See you next time.